Our Time is recorded live before a studio audience above the Savannah Coffee Roasters and Odd Lots improv space, The Loft on Liberty. Our Time Radio is broadcast on WRUU-LP Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, Savannah Soundings Community Radio with Global Soul. Welcome to Our Time Radio's presentation of Curse of the Boo Hag. Tonight's story is set in 1930 Savannah, Georgia, during the height of the Great Depression. Curse of the Boo Hag is adapted from the short story Hag Ridden, featured in the book Savannah Ghosts, Haunts of the Hostess City, written by David Harland Rousseau and illustrated by Julie Collins, published by Schiffer Publishing Limited. And now, on with our program.
Oh no, not again. Why can't I move? So heavy. Oh Lord, I can't open my eyes. Maybe I can just wish it away. Maybe if I just will myself to sleep.
Clay? Clay?
Oh, huh?
Clay, baby, you're gonna be late for work.
Oh, what time is it?
Almost 9.
Why didn't you wake me? Late again, oh no.
I tried to wake you, all but shoved you out of bed. The sheets are soaked. Are you all right, Clay? Oh, baby, you're drenched in sweat. Maybe you should stay home.
You know I can't do that, Lila. Lord knows we need the money.
We can always find money, Clay.
I'm so late.
Oh, take your lunch.
Oh, thank you.
Ain't you gonna kiss me goodbye?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What, baby?
Look at that, Melinda Edmonds standing there across the street, eyeing you. Looking rough these days.
Pay her no mind.
I know what you're doing, you nasty witch. She's why you're so tired all the time.
Wait, what? Oh, no, baby, it ain't like that.
Ain't it, though? Clay, that woman is a hag. A hag, I tell you. Straight up witch. Now get yourself to work before you lose your job.
I don't know which is worse. The thought of nasty old Melinda Edmond riding me, or the fact that my wife is never wrong. Whew, that woman gives me the creeps. Oh, Melinda, that is. Can't say I'm a dog person, but it sure is a relief to see SB walking his dog. Man, that hound is big. Hey, SB, where you been?
You know. Damn, son, you look like an old horse that's been ridden hard and put away wet.
Something like that. You ain't looking so good yourself.
Ain't been sleeping so good these days. I think I've been rid by the hag. You okay? Clay?
Lila said the same thing about me.
I saw her giving Melinda the eye.
Mm-hmm. Scared me, though. I thought for sure she believed me and Melinda was carrying on.
That's rich, man. Too rich.
Huh?
I don't know which is crazier. That you would be stupid enough to cheat on Lila, or that Melinda would be desperate enough to carry on with the likes of you.
I'd best be heading on.
All right, then.
I kept on walking. Same route I always take. Straight down Perry Street and up along East Broad to the stables. I sure hate being late. Mr. Tully hates it when I'm late. I cross the street and wave to the patrollers, mounted police. They're friendly enough to me, but I've seen them give some folks a hard time, especially after sundown. Maybe one day we'll all be able to go where we want, when we want. Hey, a man can dream, can he? Finally made it to the stables, about 3 hours late. Good thing Mr. Tully likes me. I fill a bucket with water and grab a brush. I like grooming the horses. At least they appreciate the effort. I'll make my way into the stables. Oh man, Mr. Tully sure is red in the face. Not that he can help it, being Irish and all. Hey, Mr. Tully.
Not since I was a boy have I seen such a mess. Look at the manes, will you? All knotted up. Grab a comb and see if you can't get these hag stirrups out.
Hag stirrups? Don't tell me he just said that.
Well, are you deaf, lad?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Tully.
Just get to brushing the manes. It's got me on edge, lad.
Oh?
The hag stirrups. Not to mention the horses have all had night sweats. All of them. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear we had a witch right here in Savannah.
My blood runs cold. I feel my knees go soft. The world's spinning. Oh. Oh, what?
Get up here, rascal.
Oh, what happened?
1 minute I'm telling you about the horses, and the next you're passed out in the hay. Oh, and you should probably throw out those overalls, or at least give them a good washing.
Oh.
Yeah. Right in the leavings. I might have a clean shirt in the back.
Oh, thanks.
Easy, lad. Just sit for a moment. Here, drink some water.
So, what about the horses?
When I was a lad in the county down, I heard stories. Told tales of witches roaming the countryside. How they drive cattle from the stables and steal food from the mouths of babes. He always knew when there was one out and about because the horses had night sweats.
And hag stirrups?
Aye.
Let me guess. The menfolk were spent?
Aye. You look a bit ridden yourself, lad.
How'd you get rid of the witch?
For the most part, we just kept her at bay by nailing a horseshoe above the door. Looks like I'll have to do the same here. There. Always put the heels and the points up so the luck doesn't run out.
But did you get rid of her? For good? I watched Tully's great gaze drift. Wherever his mind went, it was far from here.
Those were dark times, my friend. A funeral every week, and for the wee bairn too. No one could explain it, how the littlest were laid low while they slept in their cribs. Times were hard then. 'Tis true, but for an infant to die every week was nothing short of madness. We tried everything short of selling our souls to the devil. One night, it all came to a bloody end. The Wilkies had a farm on the other side of the village, on the other side of a babbling brook. Some think it was the running water that kept the witch away from their baby. Others think the townsfolk were finding clever ways to keep the witch at bay, relying on Celtic superstitions, and that's what drove the witch to the Wilkie farm. It is said that babies have the purest souls, and that the hag can live off the energy of the child for nearly a week. It's also said that certain witches, hags in particular, can take the form of a cat, or even a mist. Surely Farmer Wilkie would have known this. Old farmhands like that seem to know about the old ways. So when Farmer Wilkie heard the creaking of the boards in his old home, he knew something wasn't right. Did he forget to close the shutters? In the darkness he fumbled for a shillelagh. His wife stirred. He placed a hand on her shoulder as a warning and pointed at the cradle. There, silhouetted against the moonlit sky, was a cat. She was crawling along the edge of the cradle, eyeing the baby. The cat crept down into the cradle and placed his grubby paws on the baby's mouth and nose. Wilkie tightened his grip on the cudgel and, with frightening speed, he leapt towards the cat. Not wanting to hurt the child, he seized the cat by the scruff of its neck. The cat clawed at the farmer, but he was in the grip of steel. In the struggle, he dropped the shillelagh. He watched in horror as the cat shifted its form, grew larger and larger, transmogrifying into something between cat and woman. It was a horrifying sight indeed. But the witch was stronger than the farmer, and she knocked him down. Wilkie was paralyzed. He watched as his life's energy flowed from his mouth, like smoke from a chimney on a cold winter's night, just when he thought he was done for. Miss Wilkie beat the witch within an inch of her life. They buried the witch alive, upside down at the crossroads. What? You don't believe me?
It's just... maybe it's hitting too close to home.
Look, you're no good to me like this. Why don't you go home and rest? Tomorrow's another day. Oh, and laddie, take this horseshoe. You're going to need it.
I took Tully's advice and left work early. Somehow I managed to wash the manure from my clothes, at least well enough. And I decided to head on out to see Jack Dawson. Folks around here call him Jack Daw. Some call him Doc. on account of him being a root worker. I stride on past the old Keyhole Iron Works factory. The place has been boarded up for a couple of years now, but it sure does make my mind race. I wonder about its secrets. I pass the workmen's cottages along Foley's Alley in the Old Fort District on the way to McAllister Street. I practically jumped out of my skin when I heard the screaming. I looked down the way. Molly O'Sullivan collapsed into the arms of two dock workers. She's keening like a banshee. I turn heel and head on up. Hey, Rosie! Rosie runs a sailor's boarding house on East St. Julian. Her husband is the chaplain for the Savannah Port Society. If anyone would know what's going on in the docks, it would be Rosie.
Clay, you all right?
I've been better. What's going on?
Seamus, her husband, fell to his death this morning, down on the docks.
Oh, Lord, not Seamus. He was so young.
Barely 20. This morning. He come in looking like he was pushing 50.
Dragon, was he?
Yeah. We told him to go home and get some sleep. Then we told him to stay on the docks. But he insisted on climbing that crane. He wanted that hazard pay. Needed the money.
Don't we all?
Yeah. But a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing, which is what Molly has now. And with a baby on the way.
I look over at the grieving widow. Sure enough, Molly's pretty far along.
You got kids?
No, but we keep trying.
Yeah. Listen, we're taking up a collection for the widow. Got any change?
I wish. I got sent home early today myself.
Yeah. You're looking a little rough yourself.
Feeling it.
Stay blessed, Brother Clay.
See, that's the beauty of living here in Foley's Alley and the Old Fort. Irish folk, black folk, one thing we all have in common is we ain't got two nickels to rub together. So we look out for one another. Funny how that works. Sure I am gonna miss that Seamus. Wonder how Molly will get by, especially with a baby on the way. Ain't no never mind. I'm no good to anybody if I don't rid myself of this hag. I finally make it down to McAllister Street. There at the end of the dirt road is Jackdaw's tumble-down junk shop. Back in the day, Jackdaw would have been a rag and bone man. Now, with the closing of the ironworks, all that scrap metal keeps piling up. Jackdaw don't seem to mind a bit. He makes a pretty penny doing root work. Just don't tell the revenuers. The scrapyard is surrounded by post and wire fence. Every few yards, a handmade wind chime sways in the breeze. Some are for sale. Others serve as an alarm for those that might try to break into the scrapyard. He doesn't need them, though. I have yet to meet anyone who is foolish enough to cross old Jack Dawson. He'd just as soon put a hex on you. It wouldn't kill you, but you'd wish you did. Jackdaw would tell you the chimes were there to keep the spirits at bay. Jackdaw sure does love his chickens. Some folks think he keeps them there for sacrifice, but I know better. Jack doesn't practice Santeria. He's a hoodoo man, a root worker. I make my way through the stacks and find Jackdaw sitting on a rickety stool in the herb garden, pulling dandelions. He's about to toss a handful into a bucket, but his eye caught a juicy grub. He plucks it off the leaf and pops it in his mouth. I can hear it squishing from here. Ugh!
Don't judge me, boy.
Nobody calls me boy, except for old Jack. Jackdaw wasn't right. I once heard Mama and them say Jack was born with a call in his head, and that gives him the gift to peer into the great beyond. He can see spirits. Once, I hear tell of him talking with the departed. I gotta think all that time communing with the spirits wears a man down.
Ain't seen you in a minute, Clay. Where you been?
Working.
Good man. Little hard work never hurt no one.
Guess he hadn't heard about Seamus. You right about that. Old Jack looks over his shoulder. He grins. I have no idea how old the man is, but even under the wide-brimmed straw hat, his face looks like a weathered road map. I once heard my great-aunt, Sadie, swear that Jackdaw was a couple of 100 years old. At least he still had most of his teeth.
You need my help, don't you, boy?
How'd you know?
No one comes to visit unless they need my help. It's all right. No one wants to while away their youth talking to an old man like me. Don't suppose you're here to chat? I didn't think so. At least I get to feel useful. Oh, mercy. Yeah, grab that bucket, will you, boy?
Jackdaw opens the corrugated tin door to his cottage. I follow him in. It takes a moment for my eyes to adjust. The old place hasn't changed a bit. Dried herbs and flowers dangle from the ceiling. A few small game skulls line the shelves along with dusty old jars, mostly containing dried roots and powders. A few have pickled who knows what. No, seriously, what is in that jar anyway?
Make yourself at home, son.
I pull up a wicker stool and I sit at the table. I watch Jackdaw rinse off the dandelion greens.
Tea.
Yes, please. Jackdaw removes his straw hat and hangs it on a peg. He is the palest black man I know. Maybe it's from all the time he spends communing with the dead. Golden light streams through the cracks in the boarded up walls and plays upon the copper wire threaded into Jackdaw's silver dreadlocks. Some time ago, old Jack got into the habit of twisting copper wire into his hair. He says it keeps the spirit out of his head. Must be working, because Jack seems centered. Jack writes a number on a piece of paper. He sets it on the table across from me. I know what he wants. I just ain't got it. I got sent home early today. I watch Jackdaw's eyes narrow. He quickly pins my hands to the table, leaning forward, staring deeply into my eyes. I try to clear my mind. I remind myself not to turn away from his faded hazel eyes. If I do, this conversation is over.
What's in the pocket?
I flinched. Damn it.
The pocket, boy.
A horseshoe.
For?
It's a gift.
I didn't ask if it was a gift. I asked what's it for. What purpose does it serve?
It keeps the witches at bay, I guess. Jackdaw removes his calloused hands from mine. I shake it off.
Is it iron? Leave it.
But
Leave it.
my heart sinks at the thought of having to leave the horseshoe. But it was the only payment I had.
Was it used?
Yeah, it's worn.
Stallion? Mare? Gelding?
Mare, I think.
Tell her give it to you?
Yeah.
And you're leaving it as a gift to me.
Yeah.
Good man. But the Celtic ways won't work here. Not with a slipskin.
A what now?
Slipskin. Boo Hag. Wretched creature. Steals a life from you while you sleep.
That's what Tully was saying.
Yeah, Boo Hag's different. And easy to spot on a natural form. Slick and red, like a freshly skinned animal.
Can't be.
Can't it?
But Lila,
What about her?
surely she would have noticed a bloody, skinless woman hovering over her bed.
Oh, like the Irish hag, slipskins can become invisible. They can change form.
Like a mist or a cat.
Yeah, around here, they're most likely to transmogrify into a palmetto bug.
A roach?
Pay
Ugh.
attention, son. Hags are powerful, but with no skin of their own, they have to steal the skin from an unwilling victim. They wear it as easily as you or I would an old sweater.
That's nasty.
It's also a good thing you didn't struggle, else you and your wife would be dead, and the hag would be wearing your wife's skin. Yeah, let that sink in for a moment. Still, the wearing of the skin is their greatest weakness. They have to return to it by day clean, or the sun will burn them away. Which reminds me, should you find the skin of a boo hag, leave it be.
Yeah?
Leave it. Then salt it. Then the hag can't wear it.
No?
You ever put salt in a wound, boy?
Ugh.
Imagine that over your entire body.
But how do I protect myself? I watch Jack move away from the table. He reaches up to a shelf lined with books. He pulls one off the shelf. A small Bible with a leather cover. He hands it to me.
You need religion, boy. Go on, take it.
But I can't read, no sir.
Do you believe in our Lord and Savior? Or do you believe in the Word?
That I do.
Then take it. And after all this is over, you make a point of coming back here, and I'll teach you to read.
What do I do with it?
Lay it under your pillow.
That's it?
I know you have a broom.
Yes, sir.
Lay it across your door.
I watch Jackdaw reach into his pocket. He retrieves a silver nickel. Jackdaw, taps a hole right through the nickel. That's just crazy. Do you know what a nickel can buy? He runs a cord through the hole and sets the nickel in front of me.
Tie that round your wife's ankle.
And that's it?
You're protected. Your wife's protected. Your home's protected. That Boo Hag won't bother you no more.
But what if I want to catch the witch?
Stop calling her a witch. Gives the good ones a bad name. And no, you ain't ready to go toe-to-toe against Snow Slipskin. No, sir.
I rise, never taking my eyes off of old Jack Dawson.
You have another question?
Lord, he's good.
Go on then, spit it out.
I never told you about the Boo Hag. Never told you about the sleep of the dead.
Never had to.
Jackdaw taps his temple with his index finger. I nod in return.
Another question?
The horseshoe. What will you do with it?
You crazy boy? We got ourselves a Boo Hag up in here. I ain't taking no chances.
But you said... Oh, never mind. I don't question the old ways. Haven't in a long time. And certainly not from old Jack Dawson. He ain't always right, but he's never wrong. From a couple blocks away, I heard the scream. But by the time I got to Crawford Square, half the town was gathered around. A couple of flatfoots were keeping the folks at bay, but I managed to wedge my way through the crowd. I wish I hadn't. Oh, the police were dragging a body out from the cistern in the square. Couldn't tell that much about it, seeing as they had wrapped it in linen. Espy! So glad to see a friendly face. He waves me over with a sense of urgency.
Clay, get over here.
What's going on?
I was walking the dog. He followed his nose to the cistern there. You should have seen it, Clay. Oh, Lord.
Who is it?
Can't tell. She must have been in there for some time, because it looks like her skin fell straight off.
Melinda.
What now?
Oh, nothing.
What you doing down here? Thought you was at the stables today.
Oh, they let me go early. I wasn't feeling so good.
Then why not go home? You in trouble with the missus?
Yeah, no. I went to see Jackdaw. Let's get out of here. I'll tell you about it. I told Espy all about the conversation with old Jack. Espy took it all in stride. At least until I told him about my plan. I should be going home, but I had to know that I could count on Espy. Oh, come on, Espy.
This is the dumbest idea you have ever had, and you've had some doozies.
Espy.
I ain't worried too much when I got old Bo sleeping by the bed. Ain't that right, Bo? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. I can get behind laying broom across my door. And if I had a silver nickel, I'd surely tie that around my own ankle. But you using Lila as bait?
How else are we going to catch this Boo Hag?
You keep saying we.
I know it makes no sense, but I'm doing this to protect Lila. For whatever reason, the Hag's got her sights set on me. Especially now that Seamus is dead.
Go on.
So we let her in. But I keep the Bible under my pillow so she's ignoring me.
And
then she'll go for Lila. And when she does, I'm going to get her.
How you know she won't get away?
If a broom can keep her out, doesn't it stand to reason that a broom can keep her in?
Okay, I'm waiting for all this to make sense.
She ignores me, tries to escape, but you have the door blocked, and we have her.
And then what? See?
I'll figure it out. At any rate, I need you to sneak into Melinda's house.
Oh, now I know you are out of your damn mind.
That body they dragged out of the cistern?
Yeah?
Even Money says it's Melinda Edmund.
You and I both saw her just this morning. The woman they pulled out? Probably been dead for a month or so.
And when did we all start losing sleep? And when did the horses start having night sweats? And when did Seamus start looking so old?
So you're saying that Melinda ain't Melinda? That the Hag is pretending to be Melinda?
Worse.
How does it get worse than that? Come on now.
The Hag is wearing Melinda's skin.
Get out of here.
Melinda, the real Melinda, must have struggled when the Hag came to drain her.
Damn. Melinda was a hateful woman, that's for sure, but Nobody deserves that. Okay, I'm in.
I knew SB wouldn't let me down. Now, if only I could keep this from Lila. At least long enough to catch the witch, Hag. From the moment I walked into the door, I knew I was in trouble. Lila takes out her frustrations in the tiny kitchen, cooking up a storm. Hey!
Tully stopped by.
Great!
Mm-hmm. Something you want to tell me?
I don't want to tell her anything.
Well?
I got sent home today.
And
we probably need to soak these overalls.
I don't give a damn about... Oh, Lord, what is that smell?
Right? Fell right into the leavings.
Oh, have mercy. Let's get you out of these... Wait, don't you change the subject on me, Clay Walker. You left work hours ago. Where did you go?
For a walk.
A 6-hour walk. What, did you march your happy self to Fort Pulaski and back? Take yourself on a little stroll along the banks of the Savannah River?
Eventually.
Don't you play with me, Clay.
Don't let her size fool you. That little gal slings cast iron pans like a lumberjack swings an axe. But it wasn't the threat of being beat over the head with an iron skillet. No, sir. It was the look in her eyes. The look that told me that she was scared for me. How in the world could I let her down, let alone carry on with this foolish scheme? Maybe Jackdaw was right. Protect the house. Protect my wife. I'll be fine. I pulled the threaded silver nickel from my pocket and offered it to her, cupped in my hands.
Clay, what is this?
It's to protect you. It's going to be a long night. Lila and I will spend the better part of the evening securing our cottage. Is that?
Indigo dye.
Weren't you saving that to make a dress for church?
Fetch me the lye, will you?
But the dress...
Clay, the dress will keep. Right now we have to paint the windowsills and the lintel above the door. Now fetch me the lye.
I felt lower than a snake's belly in a wagon rut. To think that I was going to use my Lila as bait. Well, she's the only thing in this world standing between me and the abyss. I'll make it up to you, Lila, one day. I fetched the lye and poured it in the bucket. We watched the milky swirls change the hue of the dye from deep indigo to a faint blue. I knew about the color and about how it's supposed to ward off evil. Truth is, we probably could have painted the trim long ago, but indigo dye is hard to come by around here, and Lila really had her heart set on making that pretty blue dress, so we saved the dye. As I painted the windowsill, I could see Espy across the way, sitting beneath a lantern on the porch of his cottage. Surely he'll be all right tonight, won't he?
You're listening to All Time Radio's presentation of Curse of the Boo Hag. All Time Radio is recorded live at the Savannah Coffee Roasters every Thursday night, Odd Lots Improv Performance Space, The Loft on Liberty. If you are tuning in on the radio or the internet, we are being broadcast on WRUU-LP Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM. Savannah Soundings Community Radio with Global Soul. And now, back to our program.
Lila was sleeping peacefully. I can feel the cold metal of the silver nickel against my leg. The smell of faint blue paint fills the tiny cottage. I slide my hand behind my head and under the pillow. The Bible is of little comfort. I can't stop thinking of Espy and of how he was waiting for my signal. Why couldn't I just be honest with Lila? What was that? Oh, lousy palmetto bug. Ugh, hate cockroaches. Bet you didn't know the cursed things could fly. And for whatever reason, this one keeps bumping into the window panes. I froze in my bed, afraid to look at the window.
Huh? What was that?
Something hit the window pane.
What?
Stay here, I'll look. Lila clutches the covers as I grab the iron fire poker. I tiptoe to the window. Maybe a bat snatched up the roach, but as I approach, a bloody hand slaps against the window pane. My heart pounds in my chest. I can barely breathe. There, under the flickering orange light of the gas lamp, I see her true form, slick and red, just like Jackdaw said.
Clay?
Lila, baby, Baby, stay here.
Clay!
The hag and I stare at each other for what seems to be an eternity. I thought for sure that the hag would run from the barking of the hound. Instead, she just cocks her head and grins at me. Her slip skin twitches and convulses, collapsing in on herself. Is she shrinking? Oh, dear God. I watch her slick red sinew harden into a leathery carapace. Mandibles grow out of her mouth, and an antenna springs from her eye sockets. I can't tear myself away from this sickening sight. The hag has transformed herself into a skittering cockroach the size of my hand. Then wings sprout from beneath the shell. The roach is flying away, but to where?
Clay!
I jumped at the sound of Lila's voice. And once again, I lied to Lila. Whatever it is, it's gone. I closed the curtains and returned to bed. I'll get up before day clean and wash the handprint off the window before Lila sees it. Lila and I jump out of bed. Our hearts racing. I gotta go.
No, Clay, you stay here.
But it's Espy. I jump into my overalls, grab the iron fire poker, and head for the door. I stop. I look back at Lila. Anger, worry, fear. I take a deep breath and then gently kiss her on the forehead. Don't you worry. I'll be right back.
You'd better.
I slip out of the house and close the door tight behind me. Along the street, people are peering through their windows, though no one dares step foot outside. I see Espy standing on the porch of his cottage, reloading the shotgun. Espy! I sprint over to Espy's house.
I think I winged her.
Where's Bo?
Come on! I don't know what that thing is, but Bo tore off after her. I'm coming, Bo!
That thing is the hag. Oh no, a blood trail. We follow it down the alley, through a canopy of Confederate jasmine. There was Bo, panting hard.
I'm here, Bo. It's okay. Oh, look at his fur, all matted with blood.
Is he okay, Espy?
Yeah, I think so. I think he got it good, because I don't see no wounds.
I take a hard look down the street. No sign of the hag.
What about you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm far from okay. Something isn't adding up here. Where the hell is she? And when do white lies add up to real lies?
I'm gonna take Bo on home and clean him up a little.
You want me to come with?
Nah, you go on home to Lila. She needs you there.
I watch Espy gather old Bo into his arms. That old hound is Espy's whole world.
Come on, boy. Ugh. There you go. You just rest now. Hey, you want some water? Good boy. Whew. We had one hell of a night, didn't we, Bo? You sure showed her. Let me wash that blood off of you. Wow, you got it good. There you go. Nice and clean. Got your bed all laid out. I don't know about you, Bo, but I am beat. Yes, sir. Think I'm gonna settle in. You should too. That's a good boy. You just settle on in. Bo, your bed is down there, not up here. Bo, you're too big to be up here. Go get in your own bed. I can't move. I feel so heavy. Bo, why are you looking at me like that? Oh, the saliva. It's blood. Oh, Bo, she got you too. You're not Bo. What are you? Damn you, Clay. Got to hang on. Just.
Clay!
Lila rushes into my arms. I have never been so happy to see her.
Well, what happened? Are you okay?
Old Bo chased off the Hag. Got her good, too.
And Espy?
Home. Tended to Bo.
Is he okay?
Yeah, seems so. I'll check on him in the morning. I stared at the ceiling thinking about Espy and his hound, Old Bo. Started blaming myself. But what was I to do? Everything good in my life was lying right next to me in this tiny bed.
What's on your mind?
Huh? I thought you were sleeping.
Clay, I can tell when you're lost in thought. Something different in the way you lie in bed.
Funny. She can pick up on that, but she can't tell when a nasty old hag is sucking the life right out of me.
Clay?
Yeah?
Is it about Espy?
Yeah, I'm worried about him. I can't help but to think that Slipskin hurt the dog more than he's letting on.
You should go to him.
But Lila...
I'll be all right. Ain't no spirits getting in here tonight.
She was right about that. Yeah, maybe I should. I slowly roll out of the bed and climb back into my overalls. I grab the iron fire poker and for the second time in one night, I look back to my wife, wondering if I'm ever going to see her again. I force a smile. She forces one right back. I take a deep breath and head out the door.
I wait until Clay steps out. Then I make my way over to the window. I part the curtains and watch him walk down the street. Oh, hell no! A bloody handprint on my window? Oh no, Melinda Edmond, I know you are not playing games with me. Touching my house with your nasty hands. No wonder Clay is all worried. Oh, it's on now. I'm gonna march on over there and beat you until you're a different color altogether. I throw on a house coat. Ain't got no time to look pretty for some nasty chicken head like Melinda Edmond. Just as I'm about to step out, I remember that maybe, just maybe, Linda might actually be a Boo Hag. So I grab the cast iron pan. Iron burns the otherworldly. That old witch better be home.
Where you going, Lila?
None ya.
None ya.
None your damn business. Now mind your own and take your sorry self back to bed.
Bless your heart.
Okay, focus. You're gonna walk in there, call her out, and try not to beat her to death with this cast iron pan. I once heard Jackdaw say that if you can banish a hag from this world if you call her out on her deeds, to her face. Sure hope I'm right. You better open this door, Melinda Edmond. You hear me? I ain't playing with you. Funny thing, if Melinda just opened the door, I might have clocked her upside the head, but the door just opened. Hello? I peer in. The room is frigid. The flickering light from the street lamp spills into the room, casting long shadows. Is that my breath I see? Mercy! In my house, I was sweating, even now in October. Melinda? I step into the room. The floor is freezing. Should have worn shoes. I turn to leave. What is that? Oh, dear Lord! At first, I thought it was a union suit. You know, long johns. But then I noticed the feet, and the hands, and the face. Melinda Edmond. Oh, what's left of her. Oh, Lord, have mercy on my soul. Have I been wrong this whole time? Oh, Clay, I've got to warn him.
I wander up the street. Somewhere in the distance, a kid digging. Who could be working the shovel at this hour? It must be 2 a.m. The sound is coming from behind Espy's cottage. Must be Espy. His door is open, and he still has a lantern burning on the porch. Where's Bo? As I come around the corner of the porch, I have my answer. I wish I didn't. Bo is lying in the dust in the alleyway behind the cottage, lifeless. He must have been worse off than Espy let on. Espy is digging a shallow grave for poor old Bo.
Hey, Espy. Espy, I'm so sorry, brother. I feel like this is all my fault. I get it. I wouldn't want to talk to me either.
Espy picks up the hound and rolls it into the shallow grave. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Espy, let me help.
I pick up the shovel and start filling in the hole. It's weird. I would have thought that Espy would have been sobbing or crying. I don't know. Maybe he's putting on a brave face. Maybe he's angry with me.
Ah! Oh, damn it, Espy. I know you're mad, but damn.
I'm pushing myself up from the shallow grave, trying hard not to step all over Bo. And then I hear the most sickening sound. I will myself to turn around. Oh God, Espy, what are you doing? Espy drags his thumbnail through his forehead. He's peeling his skin away like a moist sweater. Skin and clothing fall to the earth. Standing before me is the Boo Hag. Slack-jawed, I drop the fire poker. She lunges for me. Her slick, bony fingers dig deep into my skin. The cold burns like nothing I've ever known. I try to fight back, but every time I think I've got a grip, my hand slides off. Her mouth opens wide. I feel my muscles relax. I watch as my breath rises from my mouth. The hag is sucking it all in. She seems to be growing stronger by the moment. I'm having trouble standing. Why can't I speak? Feeling so tired.
Get off my man, you witch!
I watch as the Boo Hag turns to face her assailant. It's Lila. She seized the shovel and swinging wildly at the slipskin. Every time the shovel strikes the flesh of the hag, it bubbles and smokes. It must be made of iron. Lila is relentless, fierce. Her strength renews the life in me. Suddenly, the hag twitches and shudders, backing away. Lila stops in her tracks. We watch in fright and amazement as the Boo Hag's body erupts into thousands of wet, slick cockroaches skittering off into the darkest corner of the alley. Lila drops the shovel. I climb my way out of the shallow grave. I move to hug my wife. She shoves me. I stumble back, almost losing my balance.
You stupid, stupid man!
And then she hugs me. She's crying. Gently, I wrap my arms around her. I'm still in a fog, having a hard time wrapping my mind around all of this.
It's over. She's gone.
And then I look down. I see poor old Bo and what's left of Espy. I want to break down and cry, but I have to be strong now. I have to man up. Come on, Clay. Do right.
I don't think she is.
Wait, what?
When she comes back, she'll be looking for her skin. We can't leave it here. We have to make sure she can't wear it again.
But how?
Salt. We have to salt the skin. Then she can't wear it again.
I look down. I see the skin. Oh, no, is that...
Do you want to get the salt, or do you want to stay and watch?
I'm not staying here with that... Oh.
Okay.
I hand her the shovel. I pick up the fire poker and head to the front door of Espy's cottage. I'm sure he's got salt in here. Ever had his Brunswick stew? Man, you can barely choke it down. I make my way onto the porch. Oh, what is that smell? It's horrid.
What the?
The floor is covered in thick blood. Bed is soaked and...
Espy! No! 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 No!
Clay?
Stay outside, Lila! Don't come in here! Whatever you do, don't come in here.
Near as I can figure, that Hag must have killed old Bo and then assumed his form to gain Espy's trust. I bet he never saw it coming. Oh, I just want to break something! Oh, gotta get the salt. Gotta get the salt. Come on, Clay, just keep moving.
Got it.
Oh, I looked to the table. There, framed by the lamplight, streaming through the window is Espy's Bible. Why didn't you put it under your pillow, Espy? Oh, I have just enough presence of mind to close the door and to keep the vermin out of Espy's cottage. We'll worry about a proper burial later after we deal with the Hag. I rushed the salt outside.
Okay, now what?
I'm not exactly sure.
What?
We were supposed to salt the skin, but I don't know exactly if there's a right way to go about it.
Give me that jar.
Lila opens the jar and reaches her hand in. She sprinkles the salt over the skin like she's feeding chicken. To my surprise, the skin starts popping and smoking like bacon frying on a skillet.
That's pure evil right there.
I take the shovel and I push the sizzling skin into the shallow grave. Lila keeps throwing the salt on it. Can't be too sure. I shovel the dirt over the skin and what's left of poor old Boo. Lila pours the last of the salt onto the grave.
No way that witch is getting back into that skin.
Now what?
Now we wait to day clean to be sure. If the Boo Hag can't crawl back into her skin by then, she'll be trapped in her true form. And then the sun will finish her for good. Lila?
Oh, no.
Lila.
Lila takes out the fire poker. She's walking back towards our cottage.
Lila!
There's another skin.
Say what?
I saw the handprint on the window. I went over to Melinda's to give her what for, but...
Melinda wasn't there.
Yeah, well, no. Well,
but her skin was.
Yes!
Why didn't you say something? We used all the salt. I have to get there before the slip skin can transform back into her true form.
We beat feet all the way back to Melinda's house. When we get closer, we see that the door is wide open.
Did you leave the door open? You got her pretty good, so...
I'm gonna finish her off.
Lila, wait!
Lila bursts through the door, ready to swing at the Hag. I follow close behind, but the door slams in my face.
Lila! Lila, I can't get in!
I try to pry the door open with the shovel, but the rest of the shovel head just snaps clean off. I drive my shoulder into the door. I move over to the window. The storm shutter slams shut.
I gotta find a way in.
I stood in the darkness, swinging blindly, hitting everything but the witch. Guess it's just you and me now, eh, Melinda?
There is no Melinda.
Come off it, you nasty chicken head. I've seen you eyeing my man and every other man in this one-horse town. I can feel the witch as she passes. Cold like I've never known. It pierces the skin. The fire poker grows ice cold in my hand. It burns. I drop it. Oh, you want to kill me? Well, bring it on. Do it. Do it. Something skitters across my feet. Oh! But something else feels white hot against my ankle. The nickel. Oh, Clay, you are one smart man. Can't touch me, can you? Forgot about the silver nickel, didn't you? I hear something crawling on the roof. Something heavy. Clay, tell me that's you up there.
Took me a minute, but I managed to climb onto the roof. I know I can't squeeze through this here chimney, but I sure as hell can't drop something down in it. This kerosene lamp should brighten things up a bit. I open the valve wide and drop it down the flue.
Look out below!
kerosene lamp shattered, lighting up the place. Told you he was a smart man. Oh no, now. I look down at my feet. Insects, roaches, centipedes, bugs, all skittering around me. That silver nickel is one powerful talisman. What's that? Behind me I hear sizzling and popping. The bugs are skittering around the cast iron pan I dropped. Some ain't bright enough to go around and are popping as soon as they touch the skillet. They seem to be following a trail, but to where?
Oh, I'm okay.
Dumbass. I ease myself down and try to pluck the pan from the swarm of bugs. A couple of them try to crawl up my arm. Oh! But I shake them off.
Okay, keep the damn pan.
And then I see where they're all headed.
Clay, you better hurry.
The bugs, they're crawling into Melinda's skin, bringing it back to life.
Oh, fire's spreading. Clay!
The skin is filling up faster and faster. Guess those bugs don't care for fire either.
Shutters. They just flew open. I guess the hag can only hold her concentration for so long.
I throw myself against the door.
Clay!
The shells of the insects soften and meld together. She's taken on her true form.
It's almost hypnotic.
Snap out of it! We rush towards the Boo Hag. She's struggling into Melinda's skin. Clay and I pull against the skin to keep the hag from getting away.
Keep fighting!
The struggle is real! Through the trees, I see the sky lighten. Daybreak!
Drag her outside!
We drag the slip skin out of the cottage and into the street.
The early rays of dawn scorch her flesh.
Melinda's skin gives away.
We fall to the earth.
Lord have mercy.
The hag is bubbling all over, smoking, sparking, turning to embers.
She's flailing about, trying to beat back the green flames erupting from her body.
Clay, you gotta move.
We skitter back to our cottage across the street, like hermit crabs at low tide. But we don't stop until our backs are up against the walls of our home.
Oh, Clay!
The hag fully is engulfed in green flame. Lala buries her head in my chest, then... Oh dear Lord! Oh dear Lord! She exploded!
I look up to see a red mist floating through the air. Green ash floats to the ground. Friends and neighbors come out of their homes carrying buckets to put out the fire.
Well, y'all gonna sit there? Grab a bucket.
Let it burn. Just let it burn.
Good for nothing layabouts.
I rise and help Lala to her feet.
We turn to the sound. The morning sun is burning away the handprint left behind by the slipskin. A light breeze peels away the ash. I reach out to touch the glass, but Clay gently takes my hand. He gives it a gentle squeeze.
Were we dreaming?
I look down the street to Espy's house. It finally hits me.
I've never seen Clay so broken down in all my life. All I could do was hold him close.
Shh, baby. We'll be all right. As long as we got each other.
When things finally settled down, when the patrollers stopped asking pointless questions, and the ungrateful neighbors finally let us be, we crashed. Pretty hard, too. We slept all through the day and then some. I was up before Clay. I got up to make us some breakfast and realized I was one cast iron pan short.
Damn.
Huh? What's that, Boo?
We need to find new nicknames for each other.
Yeah, I suppose we do.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah, I sure did. I guess I'd better get on up.
Where you going?
I gotta meet with Reverend Perry over at the Second African Baptist Church. Espy deserves a proper burial. But before that, I gotta check on Mr. Tully. And then I have a promise to keep.
You gonna be okay?
We're gonna be just fine.
Sunlight sure felt good this morning. Lucky for us, Melinda's tiny cottage burned to the ground, except for the hearth. The only other thing they found of note was Lila's cast iron pan. I don't think she wants it back, but I know someone who might.
Hey, neighbor.
Yeah? Oh, hey, Clay.
Crazy night.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I'd like to lay claim to that there skillet.
I guess.
I got a friend who could use it more than either of us.
I dig. Here.
The skillet is covered in ash. I take off my bandana and wrap it around the handle. I shake the dust off the pan.
Thank you now.
I head on over to the stables.
Morning, Clay.
Good morning to you, too.
Fine one indeed. What's for the cast iron skillet?
A friend of mine needs it. The horses look rested.
As do you, lad.
No night sweats?
And not a one. No hag stirrups either. And might you have something to do with that?
Wasn't only me.
I heard about old Espy. And Bo. Damn shame.
Yeah, sure is. We're going over arrangements later. I think we'll tear down his house and consecrate the land.
Probably for the best. When can I expect you back in the stables?
In a couple of days. Would that be alright?
Yeah, given the circumstances, why not?
Thanks. I guess I better head on then.
Clay,
Yeah?
good to have you around.
I couldn't help but to smile.
Good to be here, Mr. Tully. Good to be here. I got one more stop to make. Jackdaw isn't in his garden. He must be inside.
I make my way to his shack. Just as I get there, the door opens. A worried young man steps out of the cottage. Jackdaw is close behind.
Now you remember, place that satchel in your pillow, not under it.
And I'll be able to,
We'll see. We'll see.
The young man looks as though he's about to say something, but then he catches my eye and he looks away. He scurries off like a timid mouse.
Clay Walker.
Jackdaw gives me a bear hug. For a man of his age, he sure is strong. He looks down and sees the skillet.
What's this?
Lila's cast iron skillet. She says it burned the witch, or hag.
Cold iron sure does a number on them.
Anyway, we thought you might know what to do with it, since it made contact with the slipskin.
I'm sure we'll find a use for it.
Jackdaw reaches up and pulls the cast iron skillet down from a nail in the wall. He hands it to me.
Here, take it.
Even trade? Really?
I'm getting the better hands. Now, sit down, boy. We have some learning to do. See all these lines and circles?
Letters.
Yeah, you put them together, they make sounds. Let's start with the letter A.
This could prove to be harder than besting a Boo Hag, but worth it. So worth it.
We hope you have enjoyed Odd Time Radio's presentation of Curse of the Boo Hag. Curse of the Boo Hag is adapted from the short story Hag Ridden, featured in the book Savannah Ghosts, Haunts of the Hostess City, written by David Harland Rousseau and illustrated by Julie Collins, published by Schiffer Publishing Limited. Tonight's performance featured Trick Kelly as Clay Walker, Marjorie Ward as Lila Walker, Thomas Houston as Espy, Tara Kelly as Rosie the Nosy Neighbor and the Boo Hag, and David Harland Rousseau as the announcer, Jackdaw and Tully. Our sound engineer is Darren Newton. Odd Time Radio is recorded live above the Savannah Coffee Roasters every Thursday night in Odd Law's improv performance space, The Loft on Liberty. Odd Time Radio is a broadcast on the radio and on the internet through listener-supported WRUU-LP, Savannah, Georgia 107.5 FM, Savannah Soundings Community Radio with Global Soul. Join us for the live performance and tune in next week as we present another thrilling adventure of Odd Time Radio.